Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of our national anthem by the advanced chorus. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome administrators, faculty, coaches, family, friends, and of course, the senior class of 2017. I am Peter Gentile, the senior class president. For the past 4 years, I've had the honor of being a student here at Scranton High, but I take true pride in representing the senior class. I would like to congratulate each of you and wish you luck in your future endeavors. And I would also like to thank all of our teachers, coaches, and family who helped us along the journey. Nelson Mandela once said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." Here at Scranton High, we get it done. Our first few days here were accomplishments in themselves. With over 1,900 students, we quickly learned not to stop in the halls, always stay to the right, and if you have to use the restroom, you're probably better off waiting until you get home. More importantly, though, through the course of our high school career, we learned what it means to be a student and what it means to be a Knight. As Knights, we were proud and competitive. Didn't matter if it was a class, a sporting event, a chorus competition, kickball game, Spear Week event, or even the Amazing Race, we always strive to win. Losing the bell to West was not our crowning moment, but whether we won or lost, it's events like these that brought us together and created great memories. Our baseball team, track and field team, and our girls basketball team each won district medals. Many school records were also broken, on the track, on the field, on the court, and in the pool. Not only have we achieved greatness in our athletic programs, but the class of 2017 has excelled in music, art, and vocational studies. Over 70 of us have demonstrated academic excellence by completing the advanced placement courses. Many others have found success in the abundant amounts of clubs and other extracurricular activities provided here. Together, we truly embody the idea of the campus of champions. So once again, I would like to thank all of you for giving me the opportunity and the privilege to be your senior class president for the last year. Well, Nelson Mandela was right. We walked in here a few years ago, we thought high school would be almost impossible, but now it's done. Go Knights! Now it is my privilege to introduce to you the valedictorian of the senior class, Jane Miller.
Thank you, Peter. As he mentioned, my name is Jane Miller, and it is my honor to address all of you today on behalf of the graduating class. A quote from William Shakespeare perfectly summarizes our years here at Scranton High School. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. We all know where we came from and where we are currently, but none of us know what our futures hold. Some of us will be heading to college in the fall. Others will be entering the workforce or the military. Others still will be taking time away from education, exploring different directions. No matter where we find ourselves after we leave here today, we must always think of this place as a springboard, propelling us forward to bigger and better things. While writing this speech, I started looking back on my 4 years here. It has always been said that people are like snowflakes, no two the same. This is also true for schools. No other school could have provided us the opportunities that Scranton High has. The incredible music, drama, foreign language, industrial arts, and AP programs that are offered here, to name just a few, have allowed us all to find areas where we can excel. Without these programs and the amazing teachers who lead them, our high school experience would have been entirely different. When we started here as freshmen, coming together from different middle schools to form the graduating class of 2017, none of us knew what to expect. We never realized how much bobbing and weaving it would take to get from class to class with over 1,900 students filling the hallways, or how crowded the stairways would get during class changes. We never expected the amount of homework we would be assigned over the years, or how busy our schedules would get with clubs and extracurriculars. We also never expected the craziness that would fill these halls and our lives for the last 4 years. Weird schedules, lockdown drills during testing, creative outfits during Spirit Week. These things and so many more are what has made our time at Scranton High truly special and truly ours. We came together from so many different places, all with one major goal in mind: to graduate. 4 long years and multiple standardized tests later, here we are. We did it, and more importantly, we did it together. Since we were young, we have always been told that high school would be the best time of our lives. We have been told that the memories we make here will last forever, and that the friendships we forge will endure for just as long. And in some ways, all of that is true. High school has prepared us for what's next, for what's to come. It has provided us with experiences that we would never have otherwise had. We have been given the opportunity to grow, to spread our wings, and to try something new. The accomplishments we have made and the goals we have achieved within the halls of SHS will stay with us forever. As blues musician B.B. King once said, "The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you." Scranton High School has taught us many lessons over the last 4 years. Some we have learned inside the classroom, others outside of it. We have gained valuable knowledge here that we will carry with us as we prepare for whatever else life has in store. So leave this place today armed with what it taught you, what it showed you. Leave this place today with happiness in your hearts and memories in your head. As we prepare to enter into the next phase of our lives, we must reflect. Reflect on our experiences and on our job well done. Now I would like to introduce the principal of Scranton High School, Mr. John Coyle. Thank you.
School board members Casey, Oleski, and Schuster, Superintendent Dr. Alexis Kurian, County Commissioner O'Malley, Marine Corps Sergeant Cardenas, Assistant Principals Montoro, Mitchell, and Crakey, faculty, staff, and guests, welcome to Scranton High School's commencement ceremony for the class of 2017. Walt Disney once said, "We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing things because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths." Think back to the curious freshman you were as you walked the path to the door entering Scranton High School. Despite your apprehension, anxiety, and curiosity, many of you decided to participate and to be part of our community. You enrolled in challenging courses, you played hard on our athletic fields, you sang or danced your heart out in our auditorium, you drew or painted in an art show, you joined a club and met people from all over the world, or you volunteered in our community and learned that giving back has its own reward. The class of 2017 has accumulated nearly $12 million in scholarships and grants. Yes. Over 200 students are wearing medals signifying that they have participated in a club or a sport for at least 2 years here. 123 members of the class of 2017 have taken an advanced placement class for college credit. 72 students are wearing white and gold stoles tonight, representing membership in the National Honor Society. 34 students are wearing red and white cords, representing our link crew, which is our orientation staff. 17 students are wearing medals for winning district, regional, and state band and orchestra festivals. 16 students were inducted into our National Art Honor Society. 10 students are wearing medals signifying that they are the top 10 students in the class of 2017. And finally, 2 students are wearing individual medals for being named the Salutatorian and Valedictorian of the class of 2017. Colleges and universities from across the country have not only accepted our students, but also awarded them millions of dollars in scholarships. Some schools that our graduates will be attending are University of Pennsylvania, Boston College, Syracuse University, Penn State University, Colgate University, University of Miami, and East Stroudsburg, just to name a few. Of the 385 students sitting before you tonight, 13 have decided to stay right here at home and attend the University of Scranton. In addition, 19 have enrolled in trade or technical schools, 18 have enlisted in the armed forces, and 98 are planning to enter the workforce. Over your 4 years here at Scranton High, your athletic teams have been second to none. You have captured Lackawanna League titles in football, track and field, swimming and diving, girls basketball, baseball, and wrestling. Your teams have also been champions in District 2 6A, girls basketball, track and field, wrestling, baseball, and swimming and diving. Your class contains all league, all regional, and all state players in football, boys basketball, girls basketball, soccer, wrestling, golf, swimming and diving, tennis, baseball, track and field, cross country, and softball. And finally, your class contains the all-time leading scorer in girls basketball school history. Students in our arts program had their work featured in numerous community art galleries, and 2 members of your class were named Artist of the Week by WVIA. The performing arts program at Scranton High is spectacular. The choral program has performed at the Little League World Series as backup singers for various rock bands in front of Mickey Mouse, and has won numerous national awards. The drama program continues to sell out musicals, earn several regional theater awards, and establish itself as one of the premier programs in school theater. Our band and orchestra has continued to grow and produce all regional and all state musicians. In addition to academics, athletics, and the arts, your class has participated in numerous fundraisers for individuals and organizations in our community. Among those were the annual Feed a Friend food drive through WNEP, thousands of dollars in donations to the American Cancer Society, the American Heart Association, the United Way, and for classmates who have come upon difficult times. Your class has raised funds of over $15,000 for local, state, and national organizations. In addition, your class has conducted several blood drives that have accumulated over 250 pints of blood to help save the lives of others. The class of 2017 is a generous one. Community and business leaders always ask me, are your students ready to face the challenges of today's real world? For the last 4 years, your class has developed a sense of responsibility. You have dealt with success and you have dealt with loss, and you learn how to rise to a challenge. So in response to their question, I tell them, for the past 4 years, you have been a part of the real world right here at Scranton High. The class of 2017 can be described as competitive, strong-willed, and good-hearted. You'll be remembered for the great things that you've done here, and as you continue to study, work, and grow, you will be asked by the world to give even more. Today you are joining an alumni that includes doctors, lawyers, teachers, nurses, armed forces members, police officers, firefighters, a member of the NFL Hall of Fame, and a 2-time Pulitzer Prize nominee and Tony Award-winning playwright. Earlier I read to you a famous quote from Walt Disney about your curiosity and anxiety as you walk the new path to the doors of our school. This quote, as a father of 2 young children, reminds me of the well-known children's story, Curious George. The goal of this Disney series is to inspire children to explore science, engineering, and math with the world around them. George lives to find new things to discover, touch, spill, and solve. Your path to Scranton High has had similar meaning. Your teachers have inspired you to be curious and to explore our world. So whether it was experimenting in chemistry, dissecting in biology, writing a poem in literature, solving an equation in algebra, discovering the history of our nation, or using technology to help better understand the way you learn, Scranton High has offered you the tools and skills necessary to satisfy your curiosity over your time here. Your curiosity will now take a new path. There will be new doors to open, new challenges to face, new people to work with, and especially new curiosities to satisfy. To conclude, in the Curious George cartoon, the man in the yellow hat always allowed George to be curious and creative. Scranton High has been that man in the yellow hat for the last 4 years and has taught and encouraged you to always remain curious in your future paths. To the class of 17, together you have learned, been challenged, and achieved success. Together you have won championships, garnered awards, and matured from eager freshmen. And together you have earned your way into Scranton High's alumni. From the administration, your teachers, counselors, coaches, and mentors here at Scranton High, good luck and congratulations from the Campus of Champions. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Superintendent of the Scranton School District, Dr. Alexis Kirian.
Wow, look at you. We did it. You made it, and on time. Thank you, Mr. Coyle, for the introduction, and Peter and Jane, thank you for your most meaningful words to your peers and to remind us of who you are. Good evening, everyone. As the proud superintendent of the Scranton School District, I'm humbled to be invited to your home, the home of champions, to celebrate the graduation of the Scranton High School class of 2017. Tonight is the most important event of our school year, as it is the culmination of a 13-year journey for our graduates. We are together to celebrate the academic excellence and achievements of the class of 2017, which Mr. Coyle has summarized so well. This has been a year of many outstanding achievements in arts, athletics, and academics, of which we are proud. Before beginning my formal comments, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to 2 seniors, Peter Gentile and Nadia Rivera, who joined 20 other students from across the district as members of the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council. As part of the council, these courageous students engaged in frank and open conversations with me about challenging education issues and shared ideas for improvement from a student's perspective. So Peter and Nadia, thank you. Now graduates, let's acknowledge the people who mentor, guide, advise, support, and teach you, all who have had a hand in contributing to your success. They are our honorary knights. Our Board of Education, those present this evening, Mrs. Carol Oleski, Mr. Robert Casey, and Mr. Tom Schuster, and those who were not able to attend this evening, and to our County Commissioner, Pat O'Malley. Our central level administration, who you don't see often, but work tirelessly behind the scenes to support the district's educational program. The incredible Scranton High School family, Principal John Coyle, the assistant principals and faculty and staff for the education, guidance, support, and life lessons they have shared with you. Finally, and most importantly, parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends for their unconditional love and unequaled support. Graduates, take a moment to look around. You are surrounded by your support system, people who love and care about you. Join me in showing them appreciation with a round of applause. Many years ago, I sat where you're sitting tonight. At the time, it was the influence of my parents, teachers, and mentors that helped me realize I wanted to affect change through education. I knew I had a long road ahead of me to get there and didn't know what to expect. I can tell you it was quite a journey and overwhelming at times. It was a winding road that took me to faraway places here in the United States and abroad. A journey many of you will take. All along the way, I experienced joys, sorrows, victories, defeats, distractions, interruptions, life tests, trials and tribulations, many of which you will experience. I quickly learned that being a graduate of the Scranton School District, like you, my education, much like yours, provided me with a solid foundation and the confidence to leave my home in Scranton to explore, learn, and grow. And many times, like you will, I opted to not go down the path most traveled, but to pioneer a new trail. But ready as I was, there are three things I found to be of great value that I urge you to consider: passion, perseverance, and a song in your heart. I would like to first share a few observations about passion. I have had the pleasure of talking with many of you individually and in small groups, and one thing is for certain: you are passionate about something you have learned, studied, and are interested in pursuing. You have specific goals in mind and you dream big. You believe you can make a difference in the global community. While it is easy to embark on the pursuit of worthwhile goals, it is sometimes difficult to maintain your momentum. You need to have passion, a fire within you, to drive you and give you energy to accomplish your goals. This leads to the second trait, perseverance. Perseverance is the determination to work hard despite all. It is the tenacity to get something done rather than give up. When life is not kind, or things are most difficult, or nothing seems to go your way, you must persevere. Finally, I urge you to have a song in your heart, a song that you can hear in your head that will motivate you and help you to persevere no matter what. My song was recorded by the Byrds in 1965, entitled Turn, Turn, Turn. I was a junior in high school. The song was a plea for peace during the Vietnam War. The song resonated with me and helped me to transition from one stage of my life to another at times when I was expected to be strong, to be brave, and to be the best I could be, not only for me, but for my family, friends, and those I served in education. As I stand here with you today, the song still resonates with me as a plea for world peace and reminds me that for everything there is a season, and that everything in life has a purpose, happens for a reason, and in its own time. Scranton High School class of 2017 Mighty Knights, hold on to your dreams, persevere with your passion, turn, turn, turn the world into a better place. This is your season. In closing, if you remember nothing else I shared with you tonight, promise me you'll always remember this. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Thank you.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the class of 2017. The moment we've all been waiting for. I would ask the audience to please hold their applause until each row of students' names has been announced. Stephen Zimblaski, Ross Zangi, Gerald Zaltoskis, James Williams, Jimmy Webb, Kenrick Watson, Jack Watkins, Ulysses Warnero, Savannah Whitby, Sierra White, Rosemary Wilson, Ashley Winburn, Victoria Yatko, Amanda Zeminski, and Rael Zombek. Brian Walsh, Stephen Villegas, Hugo Vargas, Christian Vargas, Nicholas Vachkaskis, Timo Uvera, Simon Ubera, Hanson Trong, Dakota Svetlovics, Natasha Torres Lopez, Samara Tutt, Tatiana Valderrama, Jamira Marbelt Vargas, Kiana Vessels, Kristen Walsh, Jasmine Morshowski, Amy Weixner, and Sahara Wharton. Matthew Sueta, Raghu Sabiti, Francis Straub, Timothy Stankowski, Kevin Soto, Justin Sheridan, Jeremiah Sheehan, Alex Segura, Megan Strawn, Miranda Strelecki, Sunita Tamang, Ashley Tiroli, Sarah Tassi, Taylor Thomas, Alicia Thompson, Kalia Tolley, and Danielle Tonsel. Noah Schaffler, Tyson Saul, Aiden Santorsa, Ryan Sandrovitz, Eduardo Salazar, Jared Russell, Christian Royo, Carlos Rodriguez, Priya Shankar, Alyssa Shea, Sabrina Sheeran, Casey Shields, Prakiti Satola, Davina Satomeng, Madison Smolsky, Madison Snyder, and India Storms. Jonathan Rayrat, Jeremy Rayrat, Anthony Ramirez, Bakash Rai, Zachary Pyron, Kenneth Perna, J.C. Perez, Victoria Rivera, Ziomari Rodriguez, Arielis Rodriguez, Sonia Romero, Lauren Rose, Selena Ross, Taylor Scott, Sarah Siwa, and Tracy Siwa. Salim Pearson, Vijay Patel, Shivam Patel, Parth Patel, Nisar Patel, Meet Patel, Kurtesh Patel, Jay Patel, Harshal Patel, Harsh Patel, Julian Petrosky, Katie Pineda, Kiata Pugliese, Mary Ratchford, Parita Ray, Christina Rink, Lennis Rios, and Nadia Rivera. Gautam Patel, Dhruv Patel, Dev Patel, Miguel Pagan, Scott Padden, Justin Pacheco, Brandon Ortiz, Bryce Onifray, William Ojeda, Ramy Novas, Kenny Patel, Misha Patel, Neural Patel, Priya Patel, Rutu Patel, Karina Paulino, Samantha Peck, and Sydney Peterson. Joseph Mullen, Colin Mullen, Suk Mokhtan, Seamus Moran, Adil Morales, Nicholas Montoro, William Modesto, Christian Miner, Thomas Miller, Gregory Miller, Colleen Needham, Shayla O'Hearn, Stephanie O'Malley, Star Ortiz, Peyton Orzello, Stephanie Paramo, Corinne Pasco, Avni Patel, Divyanji Patel, and Janvi Patel. Tyler Menichello, Brody McGrath, James McLaughlin, Zachary McDonald, Jesus Martinez, Jeffrey Martinez, Kyle Marinelli, Gerardo Marengo, Connor Marks, Kyle Manigault, Raj Mangar, Mira Martin, Nyrese McKinley, Kayla Megats, Kaylee Miles, Charisma Mines, Camille Minier, Adriana Modesto, Gabrielle Malloy, Kiana Moore, and Noelle Munez. Eric Manchego, Alec Mallory, Christopher Lunny, Hanson Luckman, Philip Lopez, Michael Locker, Reese Lewis, Owen Lewis, Mark Legan, Aaron Leedy, Nathaniel Leapier, Caitlin Krukar, Alexandria Lewis, Therese Lockman, Tatiana Lavelle, Sierra Lloyd, Molly Lucas, Mackenzie Luongo, Megan McGuire, and Brittany Manley. Dylan Lake, Derek Lake, Jonathan Knight, Brian Klatt, Charles Cavangsa, Jake Kerr, Aiden Kerber, Jack Kelly, Joshua Kaiser, Sabina Jofeeva, Joel Kavwe, Sanam Kadrova, Sophia Kambarova, Emma Cobb, Cameron Kern, Kaylee Kester, Sade Knights, Abigail Kohut, and Ashley Korjeski. Joseph Cobway, Evan Jones, DeJuan Jerome, Benjamin Howard, Nino Holmsenbath, Nathan Holden, Louis Holbeck, Jesse Hernandez, Matthew Hart, Rashawn Harris, Christopher Harris, Siobhan Hall, Leah Helbing, Amanda Hearn, Giselle Herrera, Michaela Hicks, Emily Howells, Janaya Hunt, Jade Johnson, Carly Jordan, Jordan Jobert, and Georgianne Joyce. Van Ha, Prakash Gurung, Dio Garargai, Matthew Grodzinski, Raekwon Groves, Walter Gonzalez, Ricardo Gonzalez, Jacob Gonzalez, Kurt George, Sam Gentile, Damian Geeding, Kiernan Frazier, Ashley Garcia, Srajana Galley, Sarita Glenn, Jocelyn Gonzalez, Michelle Gonzalez, Emily Granahan, Victoria Granahan, and Christy Grosvenor. Harrison Gardner, Rohan Gajar, Jesus Fernandez, Yan Luis Guzman, Devin Fanning, Sean Familetti, Brandon Everett, David Arimo, Austin Iden, Kyle Dyer, Amina Durant, Molly Edsel, Alexandria Edwards, Marina Evans, Alexa Fenton, Amanda Fernandez, Cecilia Finnerty, Megan Foley, Harley Frabel, and Samantha Frabel. Ethan Dewar, Seth Dolan, Kyle Diop, Paxton Davis, Carlin Davis, Bao Dang, Brian Demota, Frank Swolinski, Nasir Cunningham, Brendan Cunningham, Morgan Decker, Juliana Deininger, Janelle DeJesus, Katerina DeSanto, Iris Diaz, Victoria DiDonato, Talia Dillon, Brooke Dunleavy, and Ashley Dunn. Michael Cochran, Christopher Cobley, Austin Ciccoletti, Joseph Shirelli, Michael Chekin, Prakash Chamlagai, Troy Chalmers, James Cawley, Anthony Castillo, Cassidy Clark, Samantha Comstock, Vanessa Cottle, Victoria Krishy, Chelsea Crowell, Nicole Cruz, Kimberly Cruz, Brianna Daniel, Brenna D'Annunzio, and Renuka Darji. Trevor Carpenter, Brandon Camacho, Carlos Caban, Matthew Brunson, Brandon Boughton, Alec Bone, Javier Velasquez, Damian Blake, Zaire Blackwell, Robert Biesecker, Ezra Turnbaugh, Melinda Bidwell, Kaylee Black, Lorde Buckley, Demarise Burley, Brittany Cadwalder, Christina Carone, Daisy Castellan, Cynthia Centeno, Lily Sarah, and Haley Anderson. Bailey Bannon, Davon Bastian, Asa Barnes, Kyle Barchak, Fardeen Amiri, Tyler Altamose, Jordy Alonzo, Nicholas Abda, Nicholas Stein, Jacob Little, Mitchell Lacerda, Diamond Anderson, Kojista Azizi, Franciele Baez, Rebecca Bagasavich, Elizabeth Bagg, Taylor Barletta, Sinead Barnes, Haley Bass, Liasia Bauza, and Allison Belt. Glenn Schaefer, Michael Nicosia, Nicholas Mulderig, Jason Bentler, Darren Pitts, Joshua Price, Timothy Cleveland, Jacob Watts, Alex Schaefer, Peter Gentile, Morgan Fetzak, Rachel Lissack, Katie Naughton, Jane Miller, Stephanie Caitlin Sakovich-Lepka, Devin Barazati, Gabrielle Hedden, Deja Cherry, Gina Velez, and Tessa Gregorski. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2017. Okay, we're not done yet. At this time, I would like to introduce the class officers for the class of 2017. Those students, please stand and be recognized. The Chief Project Officers, Darren Pitts and Katie Naughton. Activities Coordinator, Timothy Cleveland. Diversity Coordinator, Joshua Price. Treasurer, Morgan Fetzak. Secretaries Rachel Lissack and Jacob Watts. Vice President of the class of 2017 is Alex Schaefer, and President of the class of 2017 is Peter Gentile. Now I would like to recognize the top academic students in the following subject areas. In German, second honors, Danielle Tonsel, and first honors, Jane Miller. For vocational honors, second honors, Harley Frabel, and first honors, Bakash Chamlagai. In business, second honors, Walter Gonzalez, and first honors, Gerald Zaltoskis. In Latin, second honors Kenny Patel and first honors Christopher Lunny. In Spanish, second honors Nadia Rivera and first honors Parita Ray. In French, second honors is Trevor Carpenter and first honors is Alexandra Lewis. In history, second honors is Philip Lopez, and first honors is Darren Pitts. In science, second honors is Stephanie Lepka, and first honors is Parita Ray. In mathematics, second honors is Parita Ray, and first honors is Bao Dang. And in English, second honors is Brittany Cadwalder, and first honors is Jane Miller. Now I would like to introduce to you our top 10 students in the class of 2017. Number 10, Adriana Modesto. Number 9, Matthew Grodzinski. Number 8, Alex Schaefer. Number 7, Brittany Cadwalder. Number 6, Gerardo Marengo. Number 5, Philip Lopez. Number 4, Parita Ray. Number 3, Bao Dang. The salutatorian of the class of 2017 is Stephanie Lepka. And the valedictorian of the class of 2017 is Jane Miller. And finally, we'd like to recognize those students that have enlisted to serve in our armed forces. In the United States Marines, Carlos Caban, Michael Cochran, Jeffrey Martinez, and Jimmy Webb. In the United States Navy, Jesse Hernandez and Avani Patel. The United States Air Force, Austin Ciccoletti. In the Pennsylvania National Guard, Anthony Castillo, Chelsea Crowell, Kelly Kester, Kenneth Perna, Ashley Tiroli, and Savannah Whitby. In the United States Army, Javier Velasquez, Michaela Hicks, Nisar Patel, and Christian Vargas. And finally, the Virginia Military Institute, Darren Pitts. We will now proceed with the certification of students. Will the graduates please stand and remain standing for the certification? As principal of Scranton High School, I hereby certify that the students have completed the courses required by the Scranton School District and are entitled to receive their diplomas. I call upon Dr. Alexis Kurian, Superintendent of the Scranton School District, who will certify our students.
Your principal, Mr. Coyle, has certified that you have successfully completed all the requirements prescribed in the respective courses of Scranton High School. By the authority vested in me through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, it is a privilege and a pleasure to present to you the diploma of Scranton High School, certifying that you are now entitled to all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities of a graduate thereof.
Will you please stand and join the senior members of the advanced chorus for the singing of the alma mater, which you will find on the back of your program. We ask that the audience remain in their seats until the graduates have all left the gymnasium. Stadium.
Thank you.